Hi, this is still Cheryl Forrest Morganson. It is still really too cold outside, and I am breaking up my afternoon with one more little mini lecture on how to audition and pitfalls in auditioning for musical theater productions, particularly if you're not a professional singer or actor. This time I'm going to very quickly hit some of the three sticky points: age, sex, as in the act, and race. Okay, so age is the easiest to very quickly lay out. Everything I'm saying today right now boils down to you should know where the material comes from. What is the character doing during the song on stage traditionally? What are they doing before and after this song that you're trying to bring in? Because I guarantee you, no matter what you bring in, the casting panel is going to know it. And if you come in with something and you show that you have no idea what this character is about, it's not going to reflect well on you. For instance, if you are a grown person, woman or man, who brings in Castle on a Cloud, for some particular casting calls, maybe they're doing a weird age send-up or songs I could never sing on stage kind of thing. Great, in which case, go crazy, 6'2" baritone with a full beard. Sing Castle on the Cloud. But otherwise, if you come in with that, you look like you have no idea what's going on. It's one of those things that should not be a grievous sin, but functionally it is. Likewise, if someone who is 14 years old and holds themselves like they're 14, and God bless you, I know many, many good 14-year-olds, I do not want to harsh on you, but you don't tend to hold yourself, the typical 14-year-old does not hold themselves like a typical 44-year-old. But if you're coming in and singing a song like, say, Climb Every Mountain from Sound of Music, that is supposed to be sung by a woman who is older, has wisdom, has gravitas, and you're kind of going, climb every mountain, right? It's just not going to work. No one is going to believe this. Everything you do in an audition has to be you being truthful within the shape of this character. And if we look at you and we're like, we don't buy that you have any gravitas because of how you're presenting this, your audition's... Okay, so leading to sex as in the act. Because musical theater material comes from the wide, breadth of human experience, sex comes up. And some songs are going to be more overtly sexual than others. Some of them don't touch on it at all, others are oozing with it. The catch is kind of twofold. One, if you come in and you're an adult and you don't seem to understand that this material is highly sexualized and you just kind of present it as if you're like a limp fish, that's just not going to be a good look. Second part of that is if you are under the age of 18, be very careful with what you choose. Because I have seen some rather uncomfortable auditions where a particularly young woman, a 15-year-old who firmly believes that she is 25, comes in and delivers a song better delivered by a 25-year-old woman, and everyone in the casting panel is just going, no. So just be choosy. I get that high schools will always do the musical Grease. There's always going to be rizzos. But just make sure when you walk in then that you're being truthful with whatever your own life experience is, and try to kind of build bridges to a character, even if that character is, say, in a very different life place than you. And if you can't build those bridges, find something else to audition with. Okay, and then race. This is both the should not be gnarliest, but I admit I don't quite know how to say this without cursing because it should be so obvious and that people still run afoul of this. It's 2019. Make sure you know, if you pick a song that is fantastic, who typically delivers this song in the course of a musical. I never ever want to see, again, a person who reads as white deliver I Know Where I've Been from Hairspray. The line in there, though the night is black as my skin. No white person should be singing that. Just period. Likewise, it might not be explicitly a racial, a song that speaks to a racial identity, but if the character is unquestionably going to be, say, like a woman of color in, Sarah in Ragtime singing Your Daddy's Hands, yeah, throughout the song, you could pick up the song and say, it's awesome. I love it. I mean, I love that song. It makes me cry. And read through it and not get that this character absolutely has to be either black woman or a woman who reads as black on stage. And if you come in there and you are not that, the casting panel in 2019 is going to look at you and go, that is a very, very bad look. Conversely, going backwards towards old golden age musicals where frankly, you look at Oklahoma and the casts were pretty much 100% white, it is now more and more acceptable. In fact, kind of like, I think it should be 100% acceptable, that if a cast was 100% white because of who was around, say in 1940s and 1950s, that had some amount of power and that were expected to be the people that were beautiful on stage because of societal expectations of race, we can throw that all out. We're better than that. So if someone who is a person of color comes in and wants to sing a song from Oklahoma, fantastic. There is absolutely no problem with that. The problem is if someone who is white wants to sing a song that is particularly for a person of color, a specific race, or if, and going further, yes, I would be a little skeeved out if I saw someone who read as Asian come in with Your Daddy's Hands, same as I would be skeeved out if I saw someone who did not read as Asian come in and sing anything from Miss Saigon. So again, it's 2019. We are all trying to be thoughtful about this. If you come in with something that indicates you did not do any amount of homework and you are singing something that is absolutely not sung by someone who looks like you on stage, it's probably not going to be good for your audition. So, thanks so much. Another lecture is coming in a bit. Bye.